Howdy, folks. It's been a while, and I'm here to I'm here to another reaction of this one. I don't know what to say, but it's actually Korean. Um, it's been quite some time I'm listening some music, more like some tracks, but I do really love soundtracks, and I stumbling on this one, and it's actually a cover. This could be very interesting. All right, let's begin. I really want to. Let's begin. Wow, that was awesome. Such a beautiful. Is that was pretty awesome. Of course, the word and we do we do also some experience about the war since World War II. It's been way back since 1944 on East Greenland. Only this on the East Greenland they were in patrol in the Syria patrol. They were very first Syria patrol with Danish as well. When the Danish surrendered in 1940, and it was actually April 1940, before the 4 years with Danish surrender. There are some outposts. There are some the outposts like on East Greenland, and there are stumbling upon in northern East Greenland. They met the Americans, the Nazis. The Nazis was for their outpost in northern Greenland. They were trying to miscommunicate with the Americans, like the American bombers or transporters on the way to Europe. There were conflicts in Europe, of course, and they suddenly also met the American against where the Germans were the outposting. They tried to miscommunicate also those, but Danish met the American and tried to eliminate those threat. Who is trying to misinformation to where to the fly. With the German surrender in 1944, of course, with Germans they complete the surrender in East Greenland. They don't actually surrender. There are others the outpost too. Did they even know that in the first place until the Greenland Solaris met the other people, the Nazi soldiers, and suddenly how can I describe this? They suddenly met in little village. It was abandoned. The village was populated on the first time on East Greenland, in southeast Greenland actually. They literally the Nazis suddenly trying to get away from the Danish, and the Americans moved to southeast Greenland. They suddenly met the Greenland safaris. I have no clue how many are they, but I supposedly in my theory they were on my theory. Just a theory, of course. There were supposed to be 8 of them or 10 of them. They were fighting in a small village where they populated. Then They're suddenly fight. They're suddenly fight in a village when when the safaris, the Greenland safaris, try to evacuate the whole village to try to relocate them. Then suddenly Germans was appear out of nowhere. They're suddenly fighting. There are only there are only one casualty. Like, is the Greenlandic, who literally been shot by Nazi. The safaris were fighting so hard. Suddenly, there are suddenly fighting the old mans and the young kids as well. These safaris are very experienced hunters, but not the soldiers. But they're trained by Danish or American. I really don't know. But they never train to how to handle the weapons. That's all they say. And when the Nazi soldiers full scale retreat, they suddenly scout out of the in southeast Greenland. They're retreating way to the north. That's there are met the American Navy and Air Forces. They are now complete. They are surrendering. Finally, it was in August, maybe, perhaps. I think they're in August 1944. That is a little story about the Greenlandic, how to fight the Nazis. They were not so experienced soldiers. They were just hunters who teach by Danish or Americans. But the only they're not being trained by weapons by Americans or Danish. It's just my theory. It's just a theory. Well, that was all today, guys. Alright, guys. See you more in the next video. Johnny.